love a good Hocus Pocus reference, and we will be getting to an urban legend involving a witch down on the list. Hey guys, welcome back to Most Amazing Top 5, I'm Court McGinley. Let's jump right into our list of top 5 scary American urban legends. Starting off in our number 5 spot, Hannah Khurana. This legend, known as Wicked Witch of Monroe, comes from Connecticut during the 19th century. During this time, a woman named Hannah Khurana gained a reputation as a witch after her husband died by mysteriously falling off a cliff. The townspeople believed that she had bewitched him. People of the town also believed that she was casting spells on people she didn't like. Due to this reputation, Hannah kept to herself and grew old alone. Right before passing away at the age of 77, she asked to be carried down to the cemetery in her coffin by foot, not wagon, as it was traditionally done in those days. After she passed, the townspeople went against her wishes and tried to wheel her coffin down the hill, but they were unable to as the coffin kept falling off, so they were forced to carry it. When the townspeople returned to her home after the funeral, it was found to be engulfed in flames, sealing Hannah's reputation of witchcraft. And at number 4, Hell's Gate Bridge. This urban legend comes to us from Alabama, and there's not one, but 2 legends associated with this bridge. The stories surrounding this bridge began in the 1950s after a young couple was driving over the bridge when they somehow drove their car off the bridge one night, and sadly they both drowned. So the first legend of this now haunted bridge says that if you drive your car to the middle of the bridge and turn off the lights, the ghosts of the couple who drowned will magically appear in your car and leave a wet spot in the seat. The second legend says that if you're driving over the bridge and look over your shoulder, when you're halfway across, the scenery behind you turns into a portal of hell engulfed in flames. Ever since these things supposedly began to happen, the bridge is now closed off to cars. But the bridge is still accessible by walking through the park to get to it. Sometimes teens will go there at night to try and scare each other, and paranormal investigators will go there for research. Yeah, I definitely will not be going to this bridge anytime soon. At number 3, Slaughterhouse Canyon. Here we have an urban legend from Arizona. This comes all the way back from the 1800s during the gold rush. During this time, there was a very poor family who lived down in the canyon. One day, the father went into the canyon for food as he would normally do, only this time he didn't return. So it said the family slowly started to starve and descend into madness. The mother was unable to witness and listen to her children crying anymore, so she put on her wedding dress, murdered her children, and then threw them into a nearby river. The next day, it said she died due to starvation. Legend has it that if you go down to Slaughterhouse Canyon at night, you'll hear the loud cries of this mother who lost her mind. Coming in at number 2, Charlie No Face. This urban legend is coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Charlie No Face was a cautionary tale for children. Parents told their kids that Charlie was a man who was foolishly playing around with some nearby power lines when he had an accident which caused his face to become severely burned. Parents told this story to their kids to keep them from messing around with exposed electricity. Charlie No Face was said to lurk around in abandoned train tunnels at night and made electricity flicker with his presence. He was also said to wander dark alleyways and deserted country roads late at night as well. This urban legend is actually based on a real-life man. His name wasn't Charlie though, it was Raymond Robinson. He had suffered a severe accident involving a dose of 1,200 volts on an electrical trolley bridge when he was a kid. His eyes were cooked in their sockets, his nose was burnt off, and his left arm was destroyed up to the elbow. This amount of electricity should have ended up killing him, but luckily it didn't. Because he didn't like people to see him looking like this, he would only go out at night. But unlike the legend, Raymond didn't do any type of haunting at all. He was actually very friendly to people he would come across. And in at number 1, Backseat Killer. In this legend, we have a woman in Indiana who was driving home late one night after having some drinks with her friends. She was driving on a secluded highway when she noticed a pair of headlights coming up behind her. At first, it seems although the car is going to pass her, so it pulls up beside her. She notices a man is driving the car, but then almost immediately he pumps the brakes and goes back to following behind her. And right away, she gets extremely nervous. I mean, you can't blame her. Here she is driving in a secluded area, not another car in sight, and then this man is just following her. The man then speeds up and gets dangerously close to her back bumper, and he starts flashing his lights. At this point, the female driver is freaking out. She doesn't look back and she just rushes to get home. The car follows her all the way to her house, the whole way flashing his lights and even putting his high beams all the way up until they are in her driveway. Once home, she runs from her car to the front door. Once at the door, she looks back and she sees the man get out of his car and he is running towards her. He notices that she's nervous, so he stops and he yells at her to call the police and lock her door. When the police arrive, she finds out the reason the man was really following her home. Turns out the man behind her was actually trying to save her. You see, when he pulled up beside her to switch lanes, he saw the silhouette of a man with a butcher knife rising up from the back seat. I'm not gonna lie, I watch way too much Criminal Minds and like true crime shows, so I'm always scared if I'm out late at night, someone is going to be like hiding in my back seat. That's why I always check. Yes, might be a little paranoid, but better safe than sorry, right? Alright, and there you have it. That's the list of top 5 scary American urban legends. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what other lists you would like to see down below. Also, don't forget to show us some love by subscribing to our channel and giving this video a big thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in the next one.